All right, let's go ahead and break this down here. So, as we can see, this is the same time frame that you're looking at and what you're working with. Okay, so if I was going to just do a simple base up here, so you can see price was in this range area here. So if I go ahead and highlight this, you can see that given range with a high price in this area here given to your lows in that given area there. Now let's go ahead and put ourselves on a higher time frame here. Let's go look at 4 hour, for example. Okay, once it decides to load here. Okay, let's pull this down here. Okay, so this is for our time frame here with what we're looking at. Let's see. Okay, so obviously you can see, once it focuses, that range that I highlighted on the 30-minute time frame in which you showed me was a major consolidation zone based off of, or here on the 4 hour you can see it's more clear. Okay, so with that being said, you can see that it just broke out below that zone. So you can see here with this given candle here, and we're going to go ahead and zoom in here, and I'm going to show you what exactly I mean. So we're going to take a horizontal line. I'm going to find the base price of that candle because that's where price reached, which was right here. Okay, and let's go ahead and I'm going to change the color on that. I'm going to do green, and we're going to go ahead and bold that guy up a little bit. Okay, so that is the base of that price. So as you can see, price broke out of that zone, okay, and it is now even pushing even more. So the next target area I would definitely see for this would be down here at my next major support area, which is going to be in the 1.95650 region, okay, which if you were to judge that out, you're looking at another give or take 86, 85 pips, somewhere in that region. Not too shabby. You need to realize, always using higher time frames is definitely going to help you out. And considering that was a major consolidation break area, so this candle here was definitely going to be a major turning point for you. And as you can see there, as well as you had your moving average crossover back to the downside after some period of time of consolidation. And in a sense, the market trying to figure out what it wanted to do. Obviously, resistance in that given area, as you can see here, was not strong enough, or it was strong enough to maintain. Therefore, price broke back below, and then obviously, if you can see then, so you can see where I marked that line. Let's go ahead and throw ourselves back down on our 30-minute time frame. So as you can see here, this is that zone. So you can see price break where it might have some retest in this area. So you might, get, somewhere between, here and, upwards of 35, 40 pips of retracement up to that retest area of the break of this before you get more push to the downside. But I do agree with you, though, is I do see more downside base to this. Now, and just go ahead and look in here is more than likely you'll see yourself again, like I said, this region at the most, or not at the most, but this will be your next pushing point. And then from there, more than likely, you can see, let's go ahead and pull out a trend line base in this area. So you can see here, okay. So then you can see from there, once it decides to focus, based off that trend line there, so you can see coming down to here to this support region, and then obviously if we get a break on that support region there, then you'll see yourself more than likely coming down as a third touch on that trend line, which could be very large for a big bullish push after that. So we could definitely see especially after the break of that zone there, very clear on the 4 hour time frame, price pushing down to here, taking a third touch, and then coming back up. Now, obviously, don't quote me on that, but that's just what I'm seeing as of just a simple markup without me really, pulling much greater analysis into it. But that is definitely what I see here, because price, found a low point, as you can see here. We bounced a couple times, and then finally we broke back up. So, this higher low here, and then this obviously would be maintained as a higher low point as well for you to then make a new high. And this is based off the daily time frame. So again, if we break it down to 4 hour, we can see once it wants to load here. Okay, so obviously 4 hour, you can see obviously it's just, you know, more cluttered per se. That's why I like higher time frames. But you can see again, highlighting your zones with boxes so you can see what you're working with, going to higher time frames, working on all time frame correlations. Not really, I don't like going below 2 hour technically, but nonetheless you can see that's what you're working with. So you could definitely see some push down here before we can see another push up. Hope that helps.